Hello everyone, I am Sunita Krishnan, PGTCS of Kendriya Vidyalaya number 1 Port Blair. A warm welcome to my video regarding cybersecurity. Here is a quick glimpse of the presentation which covers the introduction, need for cybersecurity, some security attacks, how to remain safe in cyberspace, security tips and cyber laws, etc. We are familiar with the term cyber world, an online environment where many people interact with each other. And the term cyber refers to anything related to information technology, internet, or virtual reality. So the term cybersecurity refers to the body of technologies, all of its processes and practices which are designed to protect networks, computers, programs, and data from attack, damage, or unauthorized access. It protects our cyberspace as well as its critical infrastructure from attack, the damage, misuse, and economic espionage. Why do we need cybersecurity? With the advent of Web 2.0 technologies and the emergence of social networking sites, along with the proliferation of smartphones, the number of people getting connected to the cyber world increases day by day, and the data of the people is in risk when they are in the cyber world. So, cybersecurity secures the data and safeguard the systems from security threats. Now we'll see some of the security threats. The first one is malware. Malware is a short form of malicious software that causes damage to a computer. Example, WannaCry is the name of one of those examples of cyber attacks in 2017 in which it hit with the messages demanding money, around $300 to unlock the files it has taken. Next is phishing, where the attackers attempt to acquire sensitive information by masquerading as a trustworthy entity. You may get emails that lead to the site which look exactly like the website of your bank, and they ask you to type the ID and password which is actually taken by the attacker. Hacking is breaking into the computers, usually by gaining access to the administrative controls. One of the examples is the Aadhaar data leakage from the official website in India in 2018. The names, personal details, and even bank account numbers of millions of people have been leaked. Next is botnets. They are a collection of compromised computers, often referred to as zombies, infected with some malware. These computers perform DDoS attacks, steal the data, send spam messages, and allow the attacker access to the device and its connection. Next is semantic URL attacks, where the attacker tries to fool the user by giving the look and feel of a legitimate site. Sometimes the syntax is maintained while semantics is altered. And use of homographs. See, both the links given here, which is similar to Google, are really fake. Next is cyber stalking, which is the use of internet or other electronic means to stalk or harass an individual, group, or organization. It may include false accusations, defamation, slander, and libel. It may also include monitoring, identity theft, threats, or gathering the information that may be used to threaten, embarrass, or harass that person. Another threat is cyberbullying, in which a person is repeatedly and intentionally harassed, mistreated, or made fun of another person online. Women and children are the main victims of cyberbullying, and even celebrities nowadays are targeted for cyberbullying. Next is impersonation, where you act on behalf of someone else in the cyber world. They have gathered hundreds and thousands of followers on Twitter and then embarrass the folks they impersonate. Another threat is clickjacking, which refers to trick the users into clicking on something different from what they see or intend to click. In 2009, Twitter was affected by a clickjack attack titled Don't Click. And also likejacking is also a combination of clickjacking and like feature in Facebook. Another security threat is misinformation or accidental falsehood to mislead a large population. It creates panic and public provocation. It is difficult to judge the credibility of information shared by the users. Information technology is indispensable today. However, the moment you are in cyberspace, you are at risk that could impact data security. Individual firstly needs to be aware of the risk. With awareness, you can take precautionary measures and be safe in cyberspace without falling victim. How to remain safe in cyberspace? Follow the CIA principle. At individual level, the personally identified information and any other private data is to be kept private. That refers to confidentiality. Ensure your computer systems are protected and the data it gives is safe and not tampered with. That is integrity. At the enterprise level, you need to additionally ensure that all the systems of the enterprise, including desktops, servers, application, networks, connectivity, are always available to the users. That is availability. Some tips on the desktop laptop security. Secure desktop from the unauthorized access. Use user accounts and log those with passwords when you are away from the system. Be cautious while using public computers. Make all the family members aware of the security issues. Use user account instead of admin accounts. Use desktop My Documents rather than CD, etc. to store the personal files. This is why because the data which is kept in external hard disk may be used by other person. But if it is desktop or My Documents, all these comes under the C drive where you can erase data, and if you are reinstalling in the Windows and all, it gets erased. But if it is in D or F or some local hard disk, there is a possibility for taking the data even if we discard those drives. Install a good antivirus software. Use licensed version of the software even if you have to pay for it. Enable auto update features for the softwares only for the licensed versions. Scan the pen drives and CDs, DVDs which you are using, etc. before using in your laptops or the desktops. Do not install unknown softwares from internet or pen drives you don't trust. Check whether any of your computer folders are publicly shared. Set the necessary security options available for that. Nowadays, almost all have mobiles with them. Mobile security refers to the means by which a mobile device can authenticate users and protect or restrict the access to the data stored on the device. Mobile is the most personal device, never part with it. Lock mobile with strong passwords. Install a good antivirus. Do not install unknown softwares from Play Store. Do not automatically connect to available Wi-Fi. Turn Bluetooth and internet on only if it is required. Do not click links in messages from strangers. Review and download only verified applications from app stores. Here are some safety measures while using the internet also. Connect to the internet only when needed. Use strong passwords for the websites. Double check website URL to ensure it is not fake. Use security settings in browsers. Open websites from Google search results. Do not download files from untrusted sites. Use virtual keyboards as much as possible, especially when you are doing some financial transactions. Use a good antivirus software. Good care has to be taken while using the emails too. Email ID is an important personally identified information. Use a different email for authentication into other website accounts, not your personal ones. Protect it with a very good password. Use official email ID for official communication. Do not click links in email from strangers. Do not open attachments in mail from strangers. If you suspect any mails as phishing emails, Check the sender email ID closely and avoid such types of mails. Use a good antivirus. Password security is also important. Passwords should have restrictions that require a minimum size and complexity of the password. Complexity typically requires the use of minimum combination of alphabets, numericals, and or non-alphanumerical characters in a user's password. Users should be required to change their password periodically. That's important. Change your passwords periodically. Users should be prevented from reusing the previous passwords. You can use password meters for checking the complexity of the passwords. We all use social media these days. Here are some tips to be safe in social media. Do not share private information on social media profiles. Accept the friend request very cautiously. Apply the privacy settings whenever required. Do not post activities and personal information publicly. Check your security settings of the social media platforms. Make sure you are sharing all your personal information with your friends only. Block unnecessary and irrelevant contacts. Make use of the basic privacy settings and enable necessary options in the social media platforms. In addition to all these, a quick glance to the cyber law. Cyber law is a legislation focused on the acceptable behavioral use of technology, including computer hardware and software, internet, and the networks. The cyber law helps the users from harm by enabling the investigation and prosecution of online criminal activity. It is important for anyone using the internet to be aware of the cyber laws of their country and local area so that they know what activity is legal online and what is not. Indian IT Act or Information Technology Act 2000 it was notified on 17th October 2000. It is the primary law in India dealing with the cybercrime and electronic commerce. The Act provides a legal framework for electronic governance by giving recognition to electronic records and digital signatures. It also defines cybercrimes and prescribes penalties for them. A major amendment was made in 2008. It introduced another section which penalized the sending offensive messages and also gave authorities the power for interception or monitoring or decryption of any information through any computer resource, which means that the authorities have the power or they are having the power to monitor all the activities of the citizen through a device. With this, I conclude my presentation. As a responsible citizen, we shall follow the net etiquettes and use safety measures to be safe in the cyber world. Thank you.